So today we're taking a look at the INFIYA Z1 Smart Battery Wireless Security Camera. Now this video is going to focus on the connection of the Z1s to the app and also a app walkthrough. Now what do you need to know? Well, first, the features of this are 2K resolution cameras, so you're getting sharp video. Also two-way audio, so you can have talkback, night vision, PRI motion detection, IP65 waterproof, and also multi-user sharing between different devices simultaneously. Now, when you unbox yours, you'll find the screws to mount the cameras, 2 USB charging cables, 2 solar panels, and of course the 2 cameras. So what do you say we set this up? Now, there's 2 ways to connect in pair cameras. We're going to focus on one of them through the QR code. So of course, take your smart device, go ahead, go to your photo, and scan the QR code so you can have access to the app. Okay, so it's the WANS View Cloud app. We'll go ahead and download it. I've already downloaded and set it up, so we'll go ahead and open it up. And then we're greeted with our home screen for our app. Of course, you're going to go ahead and create an account, and then we start adding our devices. Now, I've already connected this device here, as you can see. There we go. It's doing it right there. But what we're going to do is we're going to connect this camera right here from scratch so you can see how it's done. So first, we're going to go back to the beginning. Okay, we're going to go to the plus sign to add a device, and then we're going to pick our INFIYA Z1. Right now, it gives you 2 different options. You can either do it by QR code or a Wi-Fi connection by the soft app. We're going to choose the QR code. Okay, and now what we want to do is turn our camera on. Turn on the on position. Make sure you charge it and you have a full charge. So we see I have a red and blue light. Go ahead to next. It's now going to say in order for it to go into enter pairing mode to hold the reset button. So we'll do that. Okay. We'll give it some time, wait for it to reset, and then it'll go from blue and red. So we're ready to move on to the next step. Here, this is where we put our Wi-Fi credentials. So you can go ahead and do that at that point.
Please point the QR code towards the camera lens and wait for the scan.
Okay, so now we have to scan the QR code with our camera to our smart device, so we'll just do that.
Connecting to the Wi-Fi.
Okay, once it detects that, we'll go ahead and press next, says that it did connect to it, and then we'll just wait for the progress to go ahead and fully connect to the camera.
The pairing is successful. You can start using the camera now.
Awesome, thank you. Okay, so at this point here, I can either name my camera and also set up a place for it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a garage because I'm gonna place this in my garage. For this video. It says we have a good signal, we are okay, and I've got a picture, and also there's an experience enhancement plan that I can also subscribe to, but you can check that later. Okay, so now we have both cameras set to go. We can go to this 4 square here and we can choose a simultaneous view. We'll go ahead and pick, here we go. All right, so now we have both cameras connected, and it sees both of them, and of course they're both tracking right now, as you can see there. Okay, so let's go into one of these cameras. I'm going to place this right here so it can see me for this demonstration. And I'm gonna go ahead and take this camera and put it in my garage so we can do some other tests as well as night vision. So I'll be right back. All right, so with both cameras in place, let's take a closer look at the app. So we'll go to camera number 1. Okay, and you'll see you'll have some basic things. So we can switch our video from 2K to standard video if you choose, or we can go right back to 2K. And of course, it's playing with the resolution of the video. It does have a sound mode as well, so I can click here and I'm able to hear everything that the microphone is picking up from the camera. Or if I want to, I can actually talk through my app and my voice comes out of the microphone, out of the camera. So I'm now speaking out of my phone, coming out of the camera. So again, you do have that talk back and forth as well. And if you want to, you can record directly to your smartphone onto the album by pressing the record button, and it's recording whatever footage it is right now. This is separate from the live or motion detection that we'll talk about later. This is directly, you see something, you can press record and it records directly to your smart device in that moment. As well, I can take a picture if I choose and also stop the recording. Let's go back and check out the other features. Now, of course, it does monitor your alert your alerts, so you can preview that from previous ones, something that happened yesterday, and also other things as well. So you can preview all these things. These are not on my phone. It's all coming from the cloud of the camera. Let's go back. Okay, they're also a replay. We're going to replay certain things as well. Of course, that is a part of the actual subscription that you want to take a look, but we'll see that just, of course, we'll revisit that in just a bit. Let's go back. You also have your light as well, which is pretty cool. You can focus on night vision. So what I can do is I can do this and I can turn my light on, as you can see right here, which helps out with visibility at night. We can also turn that off at the same time. Let us jump to our garage where it's pitch black so I can show you a difference there. So here we go. Here we go. Here's my garage, and you got to take my word from it. My garage is pitch black. You have a little light coming out here at the top. Let me record this for assistance. You have a little light coming out at the top, but for the most part, when the garage doors close and the doors close, it is pitch black. But now we can go ahead and turn on the light. There you go, and illuminates our area. Now you do have other settings as well. We can put it in infrared mode, intelligent mode, full color night mode. So instead of relying on infrared, it's just full color, and it uses the ambient light that's there so you can see how it is, or you can just turn everything off and just deal with it. And we can go back right there, and I can also turn off the light right there. Let's now go back to our original camera. We'll call it our studio camera, and we'll check out the alarm feature. So once it pops up, I can now set a manual alarm. So let's just say I'm monitoring the camera on my own and I see something and I want to set an alarm manually. All I have to do is just press Siren Alarm. And I'll press again and it'll turn off. Now it does have a triggered by motion siren. We'll get to the motion detection part in short, but here you can just kind of set it there, and when the motion detection is set on, it'll automatically trigger, giving your alarm for a certain amount of time and give you a buffer time before it resets, before it detects more motion. We can go ahead and turn that off. Again, we'll get back to it. Of course, you do have a talkback mode, as we saw earlier, but this gives you the option if you want to hold it down or tap to talk. And also you can just turn off the camera if you want, for personal privacy if you want. Now, if I go to the camera settings at the top here, I do have the option to, again, change the name of my device to anything that I want, or to anything that I want. So if you want to say, put on the roof, you can do that. But I also have the option to share this with another account or device. So let's go ahead to device sharing, invite new users. Yes. I'll go ahead and I'll put my selected contact that I want this to be shared with. Okay. And it's giving me the option. What aspects do you want to share? Live, motion. I'm going to go ahead and select all of them. All of them. But I do have to make sure I have the account set up first on this device. So go ahead. I'll get started on my tablet. Quickly create an account. And once I either share the same credentials from my smart device to my tablet or create a new account from here, we're viewing the same thing at the same time, and I have full control of either one both ways. So now let's dive deeper into the motion detection and the motion alert that we mentioned earlier. We'll go to the gear bar here on our first camera, and you'll see the option of motion detection and motion alert. We'll first go to motion detection to show the different options for motion detection. We have 4 different ones: power saving mode, standard mode, performance mode, and custom mode. And if we switch between the two, you'll see the difference. The detection, motion sensitivity, and re-trigger interval are the ones that are affected. So from near to normal 30 seconds, and of course far, high, and 0 seconds, and of course we can customize that. For the sake of this video, we'll stay with our power saving mode, but that's what happens. But that's what happened when you try out the different detection modes. Going back, we'll go to our motion alert, and here it shows right now that even though it is filming, it's not notifying of any kind of motion that is going on right now or alerting to it. So we'll go ahead. We'll enable this, and by enabling this, now we can toggle off the siren that we saw in the previous portion, which we'll get back to that. But here we go. We have a schedule. We can either create a schedule or we can do a 24/7 schedule. We'll leave it at 24/7 as a default. Here we can actually play with the type of alerts that we want, or we can do recognize and notify, or just whatever, you can select that. And of course you have a rich notification that goes with your enhancement plan. All right, so as far as that, our motion detection, our motion alert is set. Let's go ahead and see what that looks like. We'll back out, we'll go back into our camera. Okay, and now when we go to our Siren, I now have the ability to turn on triggered by motion alarm. So me just moving and things like that, I'm going to get regular notifications because it's noticing movement, but now it's going to actually alarm when it detects movement. So we'll turn it on. And right now I have the camera on me here. And as I'm moving around, it will not only detect the motion, but at the same time, it'll start an alarm right there. And of course I can turn that off by just pressing a button there, and I'll get my notification and alerts. There we go. Now with any camera, the more light you have, the better the image looks, and it's no different with the Z1. More light, better image. Now when it comes to night vision, I do like the quality of the night vision because since you're not really focusing on color and it's just on black and white, you still do get great detail, and of course you can use the light to kind of highlight or flashlight a certain area that you want, like we did in the garage. Another thing, it does feature SD storage. You use SDs from 8 gigabit all the way to 32 gigabit, FAT32 only, so you have to place that right here inside of the camera. Right there. That's where you would put your SD card. Now, cloud option is optional. It's not forced on you. It's not guaranteed. You're not forced to pay anything. If you want free storage, then go ahead and just put its SD card right there, making it completely free. Keep in mind that the SD card does not come with the cameras. You do have to supply your own. Now, speaking about storage, let's go ahead and look at the plan details for that. There are several different plans, and when you do have a plan, of course, it's in the cloud. You can save video clips up to 30 days, unlimited, and of course, you get encrypted storage as well with offline playback, which is pretty cool. They also have an AI plan that you may want to look into. General AI plans who can detect certain things, a bird plan coming up, and also a pet plan coming in the near future via firmware and updates. Let's go ahead and look at the storage plan. We'll go to subscribe, and you can see here how you have the option to choose between yearly or billed monthly. Of course, your rate will change depending on what you want, but you do have the option to take advantage of the different plans if you don't want to rely on in-device storage. You're not, let's just say someone decides to take a camera, you've lost all your footage. It's right there without you having to worry about that. With that being said, keep in mind the Z1 does not do 24/7 continuous recording. In order for it to save on power, it does 1 minute triggers, which is usually enough. But of course, you can vary those triggers depending on how you want it. New users do get a 30-day free trial, but of course you can cancel at any time. Let's go ahead and go to the Me tab right here. And here, this is where you can view your local videos and your local photos. So here we go, local video. These are all the recordings that I have directly on my phone that I've saved, and also images as well. And you saw earlier, I can actually access the files on the cloud. Okay, and I can download them directly to my smart device too, making it super easy and convenient. Okay, and also from the Me section, this is where you have support, so you can take up any issues that you have with your device or your account. All right, so let me give you my final thoughts. Off the bat, this is very easy to set up. A very small camera they can put anywhere. Has a great battery life, solid for solar panels for outdoor usage, and plenty of battery inside of it so you can use this inside. Okay, hope this video helped you out. Take care. Bye.